first. All right, so if I look at 17, did everybody get that far, I'm hoping? Yes? Okay, everybody hopefully got that far. And so when I go evaluate it, I wrote that as b goes to 0 of negative 10, and then isn't that 1 over 5 squared minus 1 over b squared? But as b goes to 0, what does this become? Infinity, right? Goes to infinity. So you get so what is this? Is that going to be positive infinity or negative infinity? Positive, because you get a negative times a negative. So it equals infinity. So it what's our word? It should be that it diverges. So really, it accumulates more area than what we can have. So if you look at it, does it seem to matter on what this exponent is? If you go from 0 to some number, it always seems to be what? Infinite. It does not get small enough for us to add to get a finite value. Okay, let's look at 18. Okay, I took it to here. Did you get that it was 3/7 arctan of x over 7? I'm open? Yes? Okay, let's go evaluate it. So as b approaches infinity, where is the tangent infinite? That's at where? Pi over where? Pi over 2. So it's going to be 3/7 times pi over what? 2 minus 3/7. Where is the tangent 0? Is what? At 0. Where is the slope 0? So what is your answer? Should be 3 pi over what? 14. Did we get 3 pi over 14? Okay. So whenever it's an arctangent and it goes to infinity, this will ultimately be pi over, this will be pi over what here? That part's going to be pi over 2, right? Or I'm sorry, this piece will become pi over 2. All right. I want to do one more before, and then, do you want a break today? Oh, I don't know about that. All right. We're going to do, let's do number 15 first of all. Okay. Is this an area or is this just a straight limit? A limit. Now, do you remember how you have to approach this one? Because don't we get infinity to the infinity power? Be what? Maybe. Let's find out. I actually think I wanted this to go to 0. So I want this to go to 0 or infinity? Which do you want to do? 0 or infinity?
Both. Double the learning.
We'll do 0 today. You'd approach it exactly the same way. Okay, you get 0 to the 0 power, right? Okay, can't have that, so what am I going to do to both sides? Take the what? Natural log. So I take the natural log of y is equal to the limit as x goes to 0. And what does this become when I take the natural log of it? What do I do with this exponent? Bring it out where? So it's x ln of x. Well, right now that's 0 times negative infinity. I don't want that. What do I want to do? Not yet. I want to put this where? In the denominator. Thank you. By the way, and we're really looking at it as x from the right. We're just going to look at it from the right. It's over 1 over x. So now, when I plug in 0, this becomes negative infinity, and what does this become? Positive what? Infinity. Can I go apply L'Hopital's rule now? Altogether, can I apply L'Hopital's rule? Yes. So, I'm going to say the limit as x goes to 0 from the right. Okay, what is the derivative of the natural log of x? 1 over x, right? I get 1 over x. What is the derivative of 1 over x is what? Negative 1 over x, what? Squared. Okay, but how do I simplify that? aren't I really flipping this up top? So this would be the limit as x goes to 0 from the right. And isn't this going to be negative x squared over what? Over x. Well, what does that simplify to be? Just negative x. Okay? As x goes to 0, what does that become? Don't make it harder than what it is. What does that equal? Is 0.
But is
right?
Still the natural log?
Yeah, so the natural log of y equals 0. So what does y really equal? Is e to the 0, which is what? 1. Okay. Now, all of our work would have been exactly the same if I had infinity. Okay, I just want to show you this. Would we still get to this point? And I would get negative x. You got to be careful here. As x goes to infinity, what does that equal? What does that equal? Negative infinity. So the natural log of y is equal to negative infinity. So what does y equal? Do you know? Question?
Yeah, how does ln of x go to negative infinity?
How does... Oh, as you approach 0,
Yeah.
what does the natural log look like? Comes down like this, right? As you approach 0 from this side, what does it become? It approaches that asymptote and becomes negative infinity. Does that make sense? Very good question. Can you do... Of course, it would help if I had a marker that wrote. Okay, so if I have 1 over x, it goes up to infinity there and there, right? As you approach from the right, what does it become? Positive infinity, right? We're going from the right. Now this one, as you go from the left, goes to negative infinity. But if you think of the natural log graph, as you go, is there any limit as you approach from this side? No, because it's not what? Defined. Okay? All right, now I do want to show you this. If this goes to negative infinity, we say the natural log of y is equal to negative infinity. Does that happen? I'm going to e both sides. What does y equal then? What is e of the negative infinity? That's 0. So if you take the limit as x goes to infinity of x to the x, what does that equal? 0. I hope I did that right. Just hope I did that right.
You should find out while we have a break.
I don't think I'll find that out really quickly. It's going to have to be reworked, the whole thing. Okay. What's that? Not sure if it would do it or not.
Which one?
If do it to infinity.
It can do that.
Why don't you guys take a break here? I'm going to stop this. What time we got up there?